All right, got a special request for you. I rarely do this, and I feel like I only do it. Believe me, I get asked, and it's just sometimes it's like, yeah, I need to try and help this person. And there's a lady she's a member of my Patreon. She's been there for a while. Um, she had some medical issues, and she was going to lose it. She didn't go into the details, but like publicly, but she did tell me in the email. Um, she was going to lose her leg if she didn't have surgery right away, so she did. And her husband took all of his sick days and everything dealing with her in the hospital and all that, or whatever, wherever they went for the surgery. Um, then he had maybe a stroke, I think. They had to put stents in his heart, like not too long after this happened. So he was, I think she said he was a cabinet maker, but he can't work right now because he just got done, with the stents, and it was successful. But uh, she's like, he's used up all of his sick time, all of his leave time, everything. We're like, we don't know what we're gonna do. We need some income, and I thought, yeah, man, I remember Julianne telling me about 18 months ago. In 18 months or so, people are going to be coming to you with their hand out. Um, be be cautious and you know use your discernment, and because there's going to be a lot of people in need. Period at this time. And as you see what's been going on, how many people are in need now in California with those fires? How many were in Maui previously? And this one in California, not LA, and spreading may be far worse from the looks of it than that small area of Maui. So there's people in need. We had the North Carolina hurricanes, or Florida to North Carolina, messed up a little bit of New Mexico, Tennessee, and there's still people. There's like over 3,000 families in hotels over in North Carolina, and they're about to kick them out, and they're trying to get money from FEMA and all this crap. It's just, yeah, I'd say Julianne was right about that. So, anyways, I told her, I was like, do you have a GoFundMe or anything set up? She goes, yeah, my daughter's had set one up, and they're trying to reach a goal of like 10K because they feel like he'll be back, on his feet and ready to go in that amount of time. What 10K can do for them for bills in the meantime. So I said, yeah, give me the link. I'll post it in Patreon. We've helped people before, and Fred the Indian and his people. We did some blanket and food and supplies, needed supplies basically. This was probably 3 years ago, maybe. Um, and we came through on Patreon and stuff. And I'm trying to think if I did a video on YouTube then. I don't remember. But they got everything they needed. The people that needed it the most. It was a good deal. But I realize people are struggling pretty, hard right now. Everybody. So it's like, man, you know, giving $20 to someone is tough for a lot of people, right? So, anyways, they're just past their 50% goal right now, and I'm just gonna put the link up in the description. I'll post a comment and pin it myself with the link to their GoFundMe. If you feel guided and like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Great, thank you. They need it, and I just felt guided to, this will be one of those ones maybe ask for a little help for. I've of course I pitched in as well, but I just thought I'd do the video. Again, you don't have to. Don't feel obligated. You may be struggling yourself, and even $10 is tough. And I get it. I think we've all been there at some point in our lives. For sure. And right now, there's a lot of people at that point. Just due to the last 4 years and the fake, pretendency we had in there, and how the economy went. And I think we got some trouble on the horizon, coming up that we got to get through. So it's like, yeah, geez. So, I'd mentioned in the Patreon post, I go, look, this isn't something I'm going to, just FYI, you guys are here for me, my Patreon. I'm not going to be like, this isn't going to be the, hey, anyone who needs help, reach out to me and I'll just post it on Patreon. It's not going to be one of those things, because that's not what people are on my Patreon for. And if I was joining someone's and then they turned it into a GoFundMe paradise of, paradise for the people who receive the money, so to speak. Uh, yeah, I'm like, why did I come? I didn't come here to donate constantly to people. Like I get it, but every now and then, it's like, yeah, I need to do this one. You know. So this is one of those times, and you could look back at my video history. You'll probably, I don't know when you'll find another video like this on this channel, because my previous bigger channel got terminated a few years ago. And I did a few of those on there over the years. But I mean, I had that channel for a long time. So anyways, I'm just going to go take a shower, you know, and just kind of get up for the day. Thinking about heading to the grocery store. I got this smoker recently. I had a smoker, but it was propane. And it worked good, it did work good, but it's one of those ones it doesn't have a temperature knob. It's just like, high, medium, low, like, okay, but if I need it at exactly 275 degrees, I'm out there, you got to tweak the dumb thing and open the little side vents, and like, I don't have time for that. I want to just turn this thing on, let it go, and walk away for a few hours, And I'm like, yeah, let me get one. So I ended up buying the smoker and, fairly recently. And I go, well, man, I'm going to get a pellet smoker, because the pellets themselves create the heat, plus they're going to create smoke, and you can set it on smoke mode, to start it for a little bit, get that smoke flavor in your meats and whatnot. So I go, man, let me try this thing out. So, man, I made some ribs, put them in foil and everything. Man, son, I don't even want to get you all upset about it. Just hearing it. I have some pictures, but I ain't gonna do it. These people will be mad just looking at. You'll be mad just looking at them. So made some ribs yesterday, but I go, you could probably smoke burgers. Well, of course you can. But I'm like, would you wrap them in foil though? Is there anyone doing that? Wrapping the burger patties in foil, putting a mixture of stuff in there and let it just cook? Like just cooking all this like juicy stuff you put in there. I thought I might give it a whirl. The only problem is, if you start off cooking anything in foil and leave it there, the meat, like the ribs, the first set I did a few days ago, I cooked them for about 2 hours and then put them in foil with some goodies and stuff, and then wrapped them and put them back in there for another 2 hours, and then they rested for about 30 minutes. They weren't exactly fall off the bone, but they were easy to chew off. They would have, like, maybe for competition cooking, they probably would have passed because they're not fall off the bone. And if you're doing competition, if you actually make fall off the bone ribs, you're kind of disqualified. They're not supposed to be that way. However, when you're serving them to people love them that way, right? So anyways, they came out that way. So I go, all right, next time I'm just going to cook them the whole time in the foil. And they came out fall off the bone. Fantastic. Like, I had trouble flipping one of them because it was about to just rip by me flipping it over. I was like, dang. So it was good. So I go, man, what about burgers? And I'm not really finding anything about people sticking a patty in foil the whole time, wrapping it with, your seasoning and maybe some butter. And I even saw a recipe where they put a little mini beef cube with onions and some butter, I think, in a foil wrapped to put in the grill, but not anything else. The burger is not included. So while the burgers are cooking on the grates in the grill, this thing is cooking in its own little foil, wrapped foil. And then at the end, you can pour that stuff on the burgers, I guess. But I thought, maybe you could smoke them because it's usually about an hour long. With burgers, it's about an hour long is all you're going to need to cook them for. Maybe a little bit longer, depending on your heat setting or whatever. But I go, what if you put them on the grill, cook them a little bit, maybe a half hour, and then put them in tin foil with all those goodies, little beef cube or whatever, some onion or whatever, just whatever your favorite things are, and then let it finish off that way, I might have to do some experiment today, to be honest with you. So, maybe I'll do it, maybe I'll film it, it'll be a fun little video for, just for fun. So anyways, a few more days, man, or a week or so, whatever, Trump should be in there, fingers crossed, everything kind of, he can get in there, I don't want to hear about his plane crash, my dream thing. I don't, I hope that was like, it was a timeline. It was a healthy, gonna happen timeline, and nothing, the whole Gavin Newsom coming with Kamala, that didn't happen. We stopped that shit. Okay, yeah, the Trump airplane timeline is not gonna happen. But it might. I mean, I had 3 damn dreams about that. That's pretty crazy for me to have that many dreams on one thing. But regardless, I saw what I saw in that dream, so even if it happens, I'm not concerned that he's not going to be our president. He's coming. He will come out of the ashes like a phoenix, let me tell you. So, just get ready, because I think, a new sheriff's in town with all of his deputies, so to speak. But we saw what just happened with the fire in Los Angeles, and it's not over. Oh, there's going to be more high winds now coming up. Oh, what? And a couple people have been arrested for arson already. So these 2 people, not related, decided to do this at the same time in different areas? Huh? Really? That'd be a heck of a coincidence. So, anyways, keep your head on a swivel and whatnot. Me, I'm cooking burgers, I'm making ribs, I'm living my life. I got one ear, one ear on the ground, whatever, I'm listening, paying attention, but I'm not letting it impact my life where I'm scared of anything or whatever. And if you've been watching that guy Brandon Last Days YouTube channel, it's God giving me this. The Lord told me this. The Bible says that. The bottom line is he gets his information somehow. And he believes it's God, and that's great. That's fine, because at the end of the day, God is source, the creator source. People just happen to call it or they or him God. And it is what it is, And if I got some absolute knowing one day, this is what that is, I would, hey guys, I got, I'd share it with you. Like, hey, maybe this is settled once and for all, But whatever, people want to pray, other people want to meditate. Is it the same thing? Pretty much, But follow the guy. You should follow him. He just talked again in one of his recent videos about these, what I think he said was 10 cities, and he goes, these are all deep blue cities. And he's like, you might not be a deep blue person, but you're surrounding yourself with those people because you happen to live in that city. And he's like, if God's gonna, punish them, so to speak, and you happen to be there, and you've had all these warning signs, you need to be moving, getting out, but you didn't listen, you may be leaving the earth. So, he kind of talks about it. He's got a good point, So, 10 cities, deep blue, major shit's going to be happening according to him. And is Los Angeles one of those? Oh, California, of course. Look what's happening. And apparently P. Diddy's house might have burned down. No, it didn't. Latest update, it did not burn down. The Diddy house is intact. Hunter Biden's house, on the other hand, I heard is toast, ashes. And some other, of course, many other celebrities too. Because, again, it's LA. That's where a bunch of them live. But a bunch of regular people live there too, So, if you've been guided to get the hell out of there, wherever there is for you, and you're like, yeah, I haven't really been listening. Maybe that's why I'm supposed to leave. Very possible. All the break-ins everywhere happening. I heard a couple of Humvees from the National Guard got stolen and some equipment. Like immediately upon them getting there the first night, oh, that's stolen. People going into other people's houses because they know everyone is evacuated. Hey, hey, man. And these are people that have an income. They're not homeless. I've seen the videos of some of them. They don't look homeless to me. They got nice sneakers on, nice clothes on. Again, don't appear to be, shaved, everything. These are people that probably live somewhere and are just taking advantage of the situation. Again, these are regular people breaking into other regular people's houses. So it's not like hey, come on, man, we're all in this together. Not to them. As soon as an opportunity pops up, oh boy, you see what happens. Immediately, people go, ooh, opportunity. Break into someone's house and steal all their shit. That's what we've become in this society. But it's also what we've become, in my opinion, because of the system we all are all forced to participate in. You can stop participating at any time. And the only way to do that is to become homeless on the streets. There's no physical place you can go and go, you know what? I want to check out of this effing system we're in and just leave me alone. I'm going to live off the land. Oh, I'm sorry, what land? Is there any available land that's not owned by somebody already? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so where do I go? You roam the streets in America or some other country, homeless, begging for money. That's not exactly living the dream. So if this system was different, where everybody got their basic needs met, which would include shelter, electricity, right? Gotta have electricity, food, these basic elements, water. And I do remember Elon Musk stating a while back, due to this system, how it is right now, and his point of view was, we're going like robotics and, self-driving cars. I can attest to that. My car's been driving me around everywhere. It's fascinating to watch this effing car, this Tesla, drive places without no input from me at all. Change lanes, that guy's going too slow, we'll go around him. Oh, someone's coming up on your ass, we'll get out of their way. What? Damn, you even got out of the way? Yeah. The hell? Oh, it's quicker to take the little roundabout over here. We just does the roundabout all by itself. Like, it's amazing. But his point of view was, we may have to have a universal basic income. Hate to say it because of where we got pushed right now. But more importantly, he goes, with the technology, where everything's going to be, mass production, robots doing everything. So a lot of people are going to be out of work. They got to survive. We can't just leave them, let them die off, become bums on the street. And that was his point. We're probably going to have a basic, universal basic income. Well, with that, you could pay your minimum stuff, right? Electric bill, small house, small apartment, whatever it may be, to where you have enough funds to pay for those things, but not much else. And I think he may have touched on this too, but I always thought to myself, if we ever did that, of course, there's still going to be jobs available for those who go, you know what, I don't want to sit around doing nothing all day. Like I want to invent, I want to contribute to society better. Let's, whatever it may be. You just want to go do stuff, you'll get an additional paycheck. And all those people with the universal basic income will have money constantly, never ending. Again, it's not going to be a lot, but it'll be something. They do spend money. They're not just going to only have enough money for their bills. They may, there should be a little extra left over. And like now with handouts and everything, they go spend it at places. And where they spend it might be your store that you decided, I don't want to sit on my ass and be a lazy bastard all day. I'm going to be productive. Okay, well, there's other people, they don't like it. They want to just chill and live a very meek, easy life. It doesn't mean they're a dirtbag either. Very minimal. I'm a minimalist. I don't need these things. I'm happy with my life, and that's it. Great. But they also have a little extra money to spend because they need things too. And they'll spend it in your store, or other people's store, who will then get their additional income. You want nice things. You want some cars. You want a damn helicopter. You're going to have to work, for those things. Maybe that's how it's going to go. It's a thought. I can't say that I know that this is exactly how it's going to go, but if it does go that way, these are my thoughts. So on that note, thanks for listening. And I will put that, again, the link for the help of this person. I know they could use it. They're trying to raise $10K. They got over 5,000 in there already. My Patreon people stepped in. They always do. I love those people. And I love you guys too. Even if you can't afford anything right now to help, it's okay. Don't sweat it. It's all good. But I didn't take my nasty butt in the shower, son. Take care.